start with you, Tiffany. If you just kind of give us an overview. Each of you just make a comment about what this meeting is about. And I assume this is a meeting you have each year at the end of the year.
Yes. We're just getting together to look to see what we can do, even for this year too, as well, because we still have 3 weeks. So, what our students need still now, and what they'll need, in 6th grade too. So, and we're looking at our reading, writing, which is a language, grammar, usage, and math.
I'm just really excited that you guys have the opportunity to take this class, because so much of education is going along the lines with data, with how to really drive our instruction. So that's exciting for you. And we love these days because they truly are our paydays, to be like, all of our hard work, all of our planning is paying off. It can be done. We are seeing growth. And when we come together, it's more of working smarter and not harder. 3 minds are better than 1. So when I look in front of me, I have goal planning sheets for each of my students that we've used throughout the year. I have my Target 9 list, which is the lowest kids in 5th grade that we're keeping an eye on to help close the gap. And I have their starting NUA or CRT score and their ending. And that's what we're talking about. Now, I know all these acronyms are a little different for you all to take in. Basically what it is a standardized test that the Alpine district chooses to use. Every district has their own. Ours was the CRT, and it's changed this year to NUA. So this year's been a learning year for us. You'll hear us say NUA a lot, or NWEA testing. And that's a standard. Do you want to explain what NUA is?
NUA is an acronym short for Northwest Evaluation Association, and it's a series of standardized tests, one given in the fall, one in January, and one in springtime, to gauge how well the kids are understanding the curriculum.
So we're going to look through our math scores first in NUA, and we're going to see which students made lots of improvement, which students made what they needed to, about the 10 or 8 point gain, and then which students didn't make that gain and how we can help them.
Okay, so if I look at our lowest, or our Target 9 that we picked from the beginning of the school year, we have Roy, who came in scoring at a 190, and he ended at a 235, which was a 45-point gain. Mackenzie, she started at a 177 to a 205. Ronaldo, 190, to 230. Giselle, 186, who was our lowest, who went all the way up to a 222.
Do you remember the feeling of excitement some of those kids have when they look at where they were before and be like, look at it. Speaking of our success, when we mention Academy is a group of teachers that we have that during school will help raise kids who are having problems with their schoolwork. So when we give an assessment each week, we most often will send kids who are showing deficits in their learning out to Academy to help catch them up with their peers. We've celebrated a lot of the good things that kids have done. We got to kind of tackle this. When you see kids on your list that didn't make the growth that you want, I can look on mine and I can see a few where I'm thinking, I did see growth, but maybe not to the rate that I'd hoped.
Because they're slipping through. I have 2 students, Sandra and Alex, that I'm seeing a lot of drops.
The subject I see it in within my class is reading. I had 3 kids, kind of. Well, I mean, one I've referred. She's jumped, but she's still very low.
I have 3 that I'm a little bit worried about.
I think this summer, common assessments that follow along with the new core map that they give us, because it's not going to, we're not going to be perfect at it at first, but if that baseline's already there, I think our common assessments should be focused in language arts and reading.
Well, I can talk to you about some of the tests that we've developed so far. We've developed tests over the use of commas, commonly mistaken spelling words, fact and opinion, figurative language, main idea, multiple meanings, synonyms and antonyms, verb tenses. Where do we go?
We could, what we could do, we should give a little bit of each one to see maybe where the weakest links are. Because we could have maybe 1 or 2 questions from each, a type of each, and make it more of a broader
Okay.
test, and then see what we need to focus in.
What areas does, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas. There are 3 of us. Maybe we should join some of these together.